Hey y'all, how you doing? Hello, 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 hello. I'm so happy to be back with you and to come on here and just wish you a beautiful wrap up to 2023 and help get you on your way into 2024. I wanted to come back on and do the 2024 year ahead spreads as a thank you, really, to all of you who are being so beautifully patient with me on my journey as I, go away in my cocoon and, and transform what the next chapter of me and YouTube really looks like. I will be coming back in 2024. This is the beginning of that. It will be in a new way. I'll be discussing a lot of topics and sort of topical videos, maybe with some readings thrown in as requested. But my purpose and my desire in 2024 is to help, to serve you, to talk about the things that I feel will be of the most help in terms of a growth perspective, in terms of a healing perspective. And again, these readings that we're going to be looking at for 2024 is me saying just thank you so much. So many of you message me and leave comments on older videos saying, we miss you, hoping you're well. And I just appreciate it so much. That love and reaching out to me is the reason that I was inspired to do this surprise round of 2024 year ahead videos. I just, the love is real. The love I have for you is real. And I think about you guys. I appreciate you. I'm so excited to be back with you so soon. And I have some really exciting things coming up in 2024. And I want to bring you guys on that journey with me. And so, a lot to look forward to, a lot to discuss. There's been a lot going on for me in the past year, a lot that I've realized and been inspired around. And I'm just really excited to share those things with you, my tribe, my people, my crow spirits. I just so appreciate each and every one of you for watching this, for staying in the journey with me. All of you who subscribe to my newsletter, I just appreciate it so much. That's where the most up-to-date news for me really lies. And so definitely sign up for the newsletter if you want, really up-to-date crow realness. And yeah, this is my love letter to you. This is my thank you to you. So with that being said, here are your 2024 year ahead videos. And thank you guys again. And most of all, and as always, and for old time's sake, thank you for being you. And be well until next year. Hey, fellow Aquas, how y'all doing? I am back and so happy to be here with you guys again. I missed you. We're going to be taking a look at our 2024 year ahead here. And before we jump right into it, I want to talk about this meditation that came through. And it wouldn't be Aquarius energy if it weren't a bit different. And I mean that in the best way. So I saw an image. I was under the aurora borealis, and it was in the dead of winter, and I was on a large, like, frozen body of water. So I'm walking on ice, and I'm like seeing someone who's covered in really warm clothes, and I see them standing on the ice, and then the ice begins to crack and break, and then up from the ice is this enormous, beautiful blue whale that comes up from the ice, cracks the ice, and then just is sitting there like half in the water, half out of the ice, and all the ice is breaking off. And then I saw this person go up and just touch the whale on the side. And then I saw all of these different color, like Aurora Borealis-esque, Aurora Borealis fabulousness coming in through the hand and just taking over the entire body and just like a luminescent colors, like a light body moment. I got this sense from that I'm being called to the fact that we are water bearers. okay? And I'm hearing emphasis on the water. There's something about that this year because that image of the whale, which is Queen of Cups, but also very ancient energy coming through, it's partly in the water and then partly coming up for air, right? There's something about that for us for this year. But what I'm getting, and a big message that's coming through, is that whew, it is very easy to go through this world and adapt to other people, adapt to what other people's preferences are, to, I hate to say it, but dumb it down a bit or edit it or alter it so that other people can get what we're doing, or kind of edit or construct ourselves in a way where it's like, well, I can't be expecting everyone to adapt to me all the time. I've got to adapt to them as well if we're going to get anywhere, right? So there's this sense of inherent compromise that comes with Aquarian energy. And that is partly because as Aquarians, there's a being ahead of our time and having a vision and a way of seeing things that is just a bit extraterrestrial in nature, which just means all that means, I'm not saying that we are aliens. I'm just, I mean, if you resonate with that though, fly and live. But it just means that the way that we see things is different from the status quo. It's different from the norm. So that's really coming through for this year in terms of maybe we can stop doing that. I feel like we're coming into a time where there's going to be opportunity for us to not edit, not dumb it down, not shift our approach to be heard or shift our approach to be understood, but really come like full Aquarian flag out, I have shivers, exactly as we are, and trust that the people who are meant to get us and the people who actually resonate with us and the circumstances and experiences and opportunities that are a match to our true unique selves can only come to us if we do not edit, if we do not dumb it down, if we do not try to, quote, make sense, right? There is a sense of loneliness and isolation. I got that from the ice as well. That can come from feeling like, is there anyone out here who really gets what I'm saying or gets my idea or gets where I'm going with this? Does anyone else think these thoughts that I think? Like, how much of those inner thoughts do you actually share on a regular basis? I know that we have, and I hope you have, a group of friends, of support system that really get you. But ultimately, moving about in the world, I feel like your guides are coming in to say, notice how much you edit yourself, or notice how much you shift what you're saying or how you present an idea or even present yourself in order to adapt to what makes other people comfortable or to try to meet them where they are so that they will, quote, understand you. Because I'm hearing that let's just put that to the side for 2024 and see what happens. Your animal for this year is the rabbit. And oh, shivers. Rabbit is really fascinating that it's coming up for the animal energy for this year because it's a dual energy, right? On one hand, it represents shadow energy. And on the other hand, it represents us in our highest embodiment of living, which is as creators. So it's partly Nine of Swords energy, which is self-fulfilling prophecies and fear-based thinking, angst, high anxiety, right? But then flip side, hello, we also have, right, that Empress energy, that creative energy, that birthing things into the world that can only come through us, and understanding that we're the only people who can birth these ideas, who can create these realities, who can share our gifts, right? But that time feels like it's very much here. And it feels like there's an opening and an opportunity this year, which could be easily missed if we don't bring our 100% authentic selves and get comfortable with other people not understanding us or not resonating with us. Woo, woo, got shivers. There's also something about this rabbit that really speaks about fear and where the collective has been over the last few years. And I feel like there's a shift that's coming here, and this is collective as well, right? Of which we are a part. There is a shift coming between this exhausting, the collective is getting exhausted on this fear-based thinking and this panic and this anxiety, and willing to open up to something different. It was like we had to get, very afraid and very low and very dark in order to open ourselves up to something new. And then comes in the Aquarians, and it's like, oh, hello. I think you're singing my song. That's very much how it feels. Now, the Oracle, it's just not surprising at all, is the Altar Priestess, preparation, prayer, sacred ritual. Look at this magics. Look at this sacredness. There's an aspect. Look at, oh my God, I didn't even notice that. Look at the star. Can you see that? A star. Hello, we're stars. We're the star key. Hello. 93, that's 12, 1 plus 2 equals 3. That is the Empress. That is the third major arcana. And Empress is going to come up as second in our outcome for the year as well. So Empress is a major energy for us this year as well. This is very much giving me that, stepping into your own personal brand of magic and experience and allowing yourself to be seen for the unique being that you are. Again, not dumbing it down, not editing. I was also getting this image of Clark Kent versus Superman. And I'm seeing Aquarius as Clark Kent taking off the glasses, right? Going into the news office. Did he work in like a newspaper office or something? Going into the office, going into the real world, just as our super selves. Clark Kent is goodbye. Clark Kent is no longer needed. Ooh, shivvies. Okay, challenges for the year, 9 of Wands. Now, does this not just speak to our soul in terms of like what it can feel like moving through, feeling like, we have this particular set of ideas and purpose that it almost feels like a compulsion in a way where it's like, I feel like I'm here to do something specific, to create something specific, to change my piece of the world for the better. I feel like I'm here to leave my unique stamp on the world. But there is this sense of like feeling like it can be difficult sometimes to really bring that to complete fruition. And I'm hearing that sometimes we as human beings, right, not just as Aquarians, okay, but as human beings, we can stay in the planning stages for a long time and not exactly birth it out into the world for exposure, because doing so is vulnerability. Vulnerability is not our strong suit, but it can be. It can be this year. 9 of Wands is also that, that wounded warrior archetype. It's that sense of like, okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to persevere, but it's hard out here on this hill. Why am I hearing that song from Hustle and Flow? It's like, it's hard out here for a goat. If that is a goat, I think it's a mountain goat. Anyway, forgive me. Then we also have, there's a sense of like that weariness, but I honestly feel like how we reclaim this energy back is really by doing things our way in our own time and by acknowledging our own intuition as it instructs us this year. That's it, right? Because the wands are about our soul purpose and the actions that we take to support that soul purpose. So the fact that this is coming up in a place of challenge with the fatigue sense to it, or feeling like it's been a long road to get here, I really feel like ties in nicely with our advice, which is another 9 of Pentacles, right? This is about, oh, interesting. Does anyone know that story of the tortoise and the hare? Why do I feel like I'm looking at that right here with winning the race? Isn't that interesting? Little buddy's there. 9 of Pentacles is our advice. This is about being independent. This is about being appreciated for the work that you do and the way that you do it. And this is that beautiful feeling of success that comes from when your work pays off. That is your advice. It's like, keep it going, but take your time getting to where you're going and trusting that if you move through this year in a way that feels right to you, despite what other people may expect from you or may think or may advise you around, you are going to be exactly where you're meant to be. And you're going to be able to move through some of the energy of this year, not affected by the fear mentality or some of the shifts that are coming this year for the collective, but you can stay firmly in your abundance, firmly in your creator. Because that's what you are this year. It's like you are the creator. Again, remember that whale coming up from the ice and breaking that ice, right? And I'm seeing like someone at like a network event or a party or meeting someone new, and it's that term of like an icebreaker. Who breaks the ice with a blue whale? I think only an Aquarian would, right? But it's something that's a unique signature to you that is going to align you with some really great potentials, okay? Ooh, victory is 7 of swords, right? So let's talk. You know, we are our signs, we are swords. This is our suit. You know, the fact that it's 7 of swords, a lot of odd numbers here, y'all. A lot of odds, because this is, remember, this is 9 of swords slash Empress energy. So it's a lot of odd numbers, which just feels really appropriate. 7 of swords traditionally is about how we get in our own way, right? Remember, this is the place of victory. So this is very positive. This is about how we get in our own way. It's about self-sabotage. It's about the ways in which we disempower ourselves or allow ourselves to be disempowered by others, right? You know, I'm hearing old stories, old ways of doing things, old paradigms. I'm hearing that there's an opportunity to really clear those this year by doing things differently. It's like if you do things your way, I'm hearing this, and it's a timeless adage for a really good reason, which is if saying yes to someone else is saying no to yourself, then it's just a no. And I'm hearing you're having a lot of victory around that this year. And the more that you can do that, I'm telling you, you're going to align with people, places, things, and ideas, right? That can only come to you if you are flowing in the rivers of your way, doing it your way, moving at your pace, doing what you do, being a blue whale in a room of fish. Ooh, I just got shivers. Ooh, good to be back. So the fact that this is coming in as a victory is like getting out of your own way and really not trying to be one of the crowd or the group or like anybody else in order to make other people comfortable or adhere to a certain set of like what's acceptable in my given circumstances or environment. I feel like you're healing a lot of your shadow this year as well. Which leads us to the outcome here of 2 of Pentacles with the deer. So with the 2 of Pentacles, or 2 of fungi, as it is in this beautiful deck, with the deer, this is really interesting, right? So we've got a lot of earth energy as our outcome, but 2 of Pentacles is really about that work-life balance, right? But I'm really drawn to the fact when I think about, fungi, which I don't think a lot about fungi, but let's go there. I associate it with rain, right? It rains and then these mushrooms come up, and that's the environment within which mushrooms flourish, at least as far as I know. I'm no fungi expert, but so I'm thinking about that with the water and the whale and then the 2 of Pentacles here. I feel like this is really reminiscent of the 9 of Pentacles as well. I feel like the outcome here is really speaking of our own independence and our ability to not just stand in our full power, but again, no more Clark Kent, all Superman, and we're able to balance what we're working towards and what matters to us, but also taking care of ourselves. So really having some victory over the challenge that is the 9 of Wands, of feeling depleted, of feeling a bit like, oh, I could really use some, a break from all the realness. You know what I mean? The fact that this is paired with the deer is the outcome as well. It's just, this is really about living from a heart-centered place. It's about being very kind to ourselves and being of a generous spirit with yourself and your creative process, right? And it doesn't really matter what line of work you're in or what you love to do for fun or if you are an artist. Everybody is a creator. Everybody is a creator. So this is really about this outcome, in a bigger picture context, about you successfully creating the life that feels heart-centered for you and also well-balanced. I also feel like there's some financial benefit to this as well when we're looking at the Pentacles. And it's like coming to a place of financial groundedness and abundance mixed with feeling like your heart is really fulfilled. You're exactly where you're meant to be. And you are invested in your own potential as a creative being. Right? But again, I'm telling you, this is really about your unique approach to things and a really strong call to be 100% you. No more Clark Kent, all super people. That feels like the tea and the ticket and the way for this year. And it feels really, really how do I say it? It feels faded. I don't throw that word around lightly. But with the altar priestess, just everything here, it feels quite faded. But I also want to draw your attention to the fact that we have a lot of minor arcanas here, except for the Empress, which is here and here, which is about creation, right? Fertility, abundance, right? Birthing new opportunities and birthing new aspects of ourselves, which means that this year is going to come down to your choices, the choices that you do and don't make. That's what we're looking at when we have minor arcanas, right? I feel like on a final note, when we're looking at the altar priestess and we have the star here and we have the lotus flowers here, like holding the candles and all of this sort of sacred space aspect to it, I'm really also feeling a call to return to that star seed aspect of yourself that whispers and says, I know exactly what is right for me at all times. All I have to do is get curious and then be open. That's it. I don't feel like this is a year to seek advice outside of yourself. You are your own best counsel this year. I feel like that's always the case, but especially this year. Okay? This feels really beautiful, really, really beautiful, my fellow Aquarians. With that being said, thank you so much for being back with me. I have some really exciting plans going into 2024 to be back with you and a new, along with this reading, like a new way, a way that is, more creative in its nature. And I'm so excited to be connecting with you more regularly. I really, really, really missed you. I've been hearing from a lot of you saying like, yo, what's up, Lady Crow? What's going on? And I just appreciate you all being with me all this time, especially you guys, because you as my aquas make up at least, I would say, 60, 70% of the views on this channel. And that to me just means more than anything because we are tribe, right? And so I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back with you soon. And with that being said, what else is there to say other than thank you for being you? And be well. Until next time.